Richard Waldo, and then after that we had one more speaker, Mike Fuller. Richard, and then Mike.
Thank you very much. Mayor Johnson, council members, it's a pleasure. I am with a company called Care Research, and we've been looking at a lot of different things within Sacramento. I would love to talk with the doctor further on this. I've looked at a lot of things medically as well. What we're talking about is percentages of fluoride don't need to be very high. 0.9 parts per billion is enough to cause brain damage to a child. For my children, I have a 4- and a 6-year-old. That's devastating to me to even think about. I'm sure many of you have children as well, grandchildren. It is absolutely a concern for all of us. But many of the antiquatedness of this has been done and was introduced back in the 40s and 50s. It was an experiment. It was a way to mass medicate. That experiment has now more than run its course. It is now antiquated, out of date, and many, many countries realize the damage to our tissues itself is devastating to our bodies. We don't know the full cumulative effect that it's going to have on us. We are just now seeing those things. We don't know what part of attention deficit it's playing with our children, or any of these other aspects that come in with bone risk, bone cancer, kidneys, as the doctor had mentioned, thyroid, and we're just learning these things. But the effect is, or the aspect is, it is really and truly a health issue. Will it save us a bunch of money? Absolutely. Eliminating this would solve many of your issues with budget. I mean, to add $1 million into your budget, wow, volunteers could stay. You know, volunteers could stay. So these things are really important to take a look at, especially if they're antiquated and out of date. Thank you very much for your time.
Mike?
All right, Mike, you're our final speaker.
Mr. Mayor, Council, good evening. My name is Mike Fuller. I recently retired from First Five California, also known as the California Children and Families Commission. I was an education administrator and program manager there, responsible for school readiness and health programs. When I looked at water fluoridation for public policy purposes in regards to the entire state, I quickly came to the conclusion that there are some very real health concerns there. So I came to the conclusion that I could not support water fluoridation. But when you look at it also from the public policy perspective that 99% of it is not used, I can think of no other public policy or public program where you would fund an activity where 99% of it goes down the drain. Okay? That just doesn't make sense to me. So I'll echo what the prior speakers have said, and I would just add to it that I would not want to see any police, fire, animal control, library, museum employees let go, hours reduced, services reduced. And I understand there are different fund sources for different purposes, but it just makes sense to me that you would prioritize your services and provide, you know, the most cost-effective. And the cuts you are making are going to affect the quality of life in Sacramento and the entire region. So I would hope that you could reprioritize things in order to provide basic safety services before you even think about water fluoridation. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.